How you doing, trappers? Ed Snyder, Kansas Trapline Products, and this video is about snaring. It's about the opportunity of snaring. Stay with me and we'll get to it. Hey, I found this great snare location in a draw. I have a trail running right in the middle of it. What I got is I have a trail coming over here, two trails meeting, and I want you to look down the middle of the draw and you can find some great snare locations. I'm using a 1/16 1x19 snare. I got the micro locked. I have kill springs on it. They're just friggin' awesome to use. But what I like to do in these areas is with the two trails coming together, I can go 12 inches off the ground, 12-inch loop, and it's a fantastic killer location. I mean, I have great tracks. I got sign. I got scat coming up through here. It's a super spot. Now, I just don't want to put one of these snares in. I'm going to put 3, 4, 5 snares along this trail as it goes down the hill. This way I can take into account for the raccoon getting in, take account for the deer knocking them down, all of those types of things. Even a coyote might avoid one snare so he can move around to the next. He'll get back in line and he'll get back in. Just a little tip for everybody on YouTube. I appreciate your business. Now, if you like these types of videos, hit that like button and subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. Help me grow my channel, and I can bring you more of this good content. Thanks for watching, and tight chains, trappers. We got ourselves a snared coyote here. You know, you just got to keep working on these coyotes, whether it's trapping or snaring or whatever. We're still in Dakotas. It's a lot of cold weather. It warmed up today, but it's a beautiful coyote that we got here. I got this trail coming up. I kind of choked it down, grabbing some buck brush and things like that, and stuck it in on the side. My support is right over here. Fantastic coyote. You know, when you're on the trap snare line, you just got to keep setting, just keep doing it, you know, and the result was just a beautiful coyote, just absolutely gorgeous. Now, these big snow events bring a big opportunity to this trapper. I'm going to go so far as to say as I've learned over the course of time, there's a time to go ahead and yank up the traps, get them pulled, unhook them, bring that in the drag in, whatever you got to do. There's a time in winter that I think you're better off doing something else besides laying steel, in the sense of let's get to the point of laying cable. Now, all this snow behind me, one of the biggest mistakes I think a snareman can do, or a trapper can do who wants a snare, and that's get in there and start trying to hang cable on the first day of a snow, second day of the snow. We got a lot of wind here. As you can see right here in my own drive, we're getting some drifts, and this is just beginning. These next few days, there's my white dog. These next few days, these trails are going to open, close, but they will open, and the deer are going to open them up. By day 3, in general speaking, things settle down. The trails have opened up. Day 1, coyotes are going to ride it out. They're not going to do much. Day 2, they're going to start getting out and they're going to start wandering. You're going to see coyotes. There is no trails now. That's just a fact. There is no trail. So day 2, they're wandering. They're setting, posting. They're doing all that. It'd be fruitless to actually try to follow or snare on day 2. But you get to day 3, let the deer trails open up, let coyotes start getting in a pattern, and all of a sudden we have a good trail that we can start hanging snares. Up in the Dakotas, Richard and I went from catching about 7 coyotes a day to catching 12 to 14 a day using snares. 7 a day with traps to 12 to 14 with snares. And the only reason that was able to happen is because the deer opened up the trails, the coyotes established some of their own trails. You're able to hang that snare, 12-inch loop, 12 inches off the ground, and you don't want to hang one snare, you want to hang up to 14 snares. Now, I have a few photos of some great locations I'm going to post on here if you haven't already seen them on here. But the point is that good trapping means sometimes pulling traps and getting them snares out. I like a 7 to 10 foot snare. Let something there with, I like the kill springs. Let that sucker get a good run, and a 12-inch loop catches them high. Remember, if you got a coyote that is caught down low, it's not going to be as quick of a death. You're going to want to have it up. You're going to want to move them snares up a little higher. And people ask, well, what's 12 inches from? Well, it's from wherever they stand. So if you put your hand down into the snow and kind of go up, and you don't have to be that exact, folks, but I do. This for me is 9 inches, and then you add about 3 inches on top of that. So anyway, look at this as an opportunity. Please be safe in this type of environment. You can sometimes get yourself into more problems than you should get yourself into for the sake of this. Anyway, have a good day, tight chains, and we'll be seeing you guys down the trap line.